This season ended in probably the worst imaginable way for the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, all things considered, it's really special to be able to get to the Super Bowl, but man, to lose in OT, I know it hurts us still, but we get to hear from Brock Purdy kind of go back and forth and talk about this season, talk about the experience in the Super Bowl, and just really discuss what it was like going through this season. Obviously, starting this year with the torn UCL in the NFC Championship game, and then finding himself a year later in the Super Bowl and being very, very close to winning it. So take a listen to Brock Purdy right here as he kind of talks about all those different types of things, his plans for the offseason. Take a listen right here.
Yet or still kind of too fresh?
Yeah, I haven't even watched it yet, so it's just all the emotions and stuff from the season, and just showing my love to my guys, my teammates. That's where my focus has been. But when the time is right, I'll watch it. And
is there a play that sticks out to you? A regret that you have about a play that possibly was there that you guys just couldn't make?
There's things that happen, throughout the game, like second half. I just wish, we would have been on, with the opportunities that we had with, their turnovers or our defense getting stops. I just keep thinking about, those 3 and outs that we had, and what an opportunity we had to go take control of the game. And so, there's a couple plays where, I think I would have hit BA on some of the reads. But outside of that, it's just a culmination of the whole game. Like, you could have done a million things, right? And so, at the end of the day, it's a team sport, man. And as a team, I think we all could have done a little bit better in some areas and stuff. But we win and lose together. So
you mentioned the Chiefs playing man-to-man coverage, a lot more man-to-man coverage than you were expecting. Was that one of the reasons why, maybe the throws to BA, the throws to Debo were not as prevalent as they normally are?
Yeah, I think just whatever our play call was, and then obviously them playing man. Maybe it wasn't something that we just weren't expecting a whole lot of, and they. It's a credit to the Chiefs, secondary. They did a good job with getting hands on our guys pretty early and really just being sticky and being right on them. So that's just sort of how it goes. I think we all have to learn from it and understand what we can do better next time, because I feel like teams will obviously watch it and try to have that kind of plan for the next season. So that's just sort of how it went. We got to learn from it, but I still feel like regardless, we still had opportunities to win the game outside of them just playing man coverage, but they did it well, and it's a credit to them.
Blitz from the on that play. In hindsight, were you supposed to go to Juwan there, or if you had known that pre-snap that McDuffie could be coming, should you have gone to IU?
Regardless, I'm supposed to read it inside out. JJ was hot, and feel like going to him in a man-to-man situation is sort of what I was thinking. But with him blitzing, I think there was an opportunity for me to hit BA there, and that's something that I have to learn from and be real with myself about. I told BA obviously, wish I would have hit you there, or at least attempted to go to you. But at practice, I've hit the outside slant a million times in that cover 0, and having our receiver win outside. And obviously I trusted JJ to win a contested ball like it was going to be. So that's just what happened in the moment.
There were a handful of times they had free runners coming through the game. I know sometimes that's just a numbers game. You can't get enough blockers on them. But were there communication issues at all with protection or anything that you could sense throughout the game?
There were some things, but that's just the game of football, man. Defenses do a good job with disguising things or dialing things up and catching us off guard. I feel like everybody's mindset and the offense going into the game was where it needed to be. We're prepared, but the Chiefs did a good job scheming things up and like I said, catching us off guard at some points, and that's part of the game. That's football. So for me to have to move around and extend stuff if there's a guy up the middle or whatever, that's part of it. Obviously, you don't want that to be the case all the time, but they did a good job. But that's just how it went.
On the 3rd and 4 that you're talking about, Chris Jones was only fast, but you're saying you still could have made a quicker decision. Is that right?
I think that was a different. Are you talking about the?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, different ones. Yeah. That one You saw?
Yeah, third and fourth and 9 in overtime.
Yeah, I mean that one. Yeah, that was a tough situation there. You know, I don't know if I could have made a quicker decision or not. I was trying to be safe with the ball, and obviously JJ opened up, but I didn't know where the corner was at by the time I released the ball, and I was trying to be safe and smart with it, and knew that we can get a field goal on the next down. So that's where my mindset was at. But just throughout the game before that, there were some other plays where, it happens and you got to make a play. So that's what I meant by that.
Were you aware of the new overtime rules in the moment that the Chiefs were going to get the ball back no matter what, or were you under the impression you were driving down for the win potentially?
No, I knew. Before that, I asked Greasy on the sideline before we went into overtime, like, hey, just to clarify, like, what are the rules? And he goes, it's the playoffs. So he explained the rules to me and everything. So I had an understanding of it.
Do you have Brock, when you woke up Monday morning, what was the first thing you thought of?
Obviously the game, us, how we came up short. Obviously it's a sucky feeling, but I also am trying to have the perspective of, all right, this is happening for a reason. It's all part of all of our stories and stuff and our testimonies. So that's sort of the hope that I have for it. And more than anything, just being grateful for the kind of season that we had with the guys in this locker room, this team, this organization. We got to the Super Bowl. We went to overtime. We fell short of it. It sucks. We wanted it. We gave our all this year. But, man, I had the opportunity to do it with some really good people, and I'm thankful for that.
What kind of maintenance do you have to do on your arm this offseason, Brock? And obviously it's going to be, you'll have more time, I guess, to prepare for this kind of season since you're going through full rehab last year.
Yeah, it'll be nice to, sort of work on my craft, get a real legit offseason in. Obviously last year, season ended, surgery, rehab, trying to get back for the season. So it was just all so fast and going a million miles an hour. So for me to be able to take a step away for a little bit and then I think just work on my mobility, obviously continuing with my arm strength and all that will be huge for me. So I'm excited, to get better, like truly get better at my craft.
I just find myself listening to Brock Purdy and just feeling like this guy is way older than 24 years old. I can't fathom the fact that he can manage this pressure. He can manage these moments. He speaks so well and so maturely and everything. He gives phenomenal answers and he has great perspective on things. And so I just really appreciate hearing Brock talk, the way he talked about the game and everything and things that he would want and wish he could have done. And he's just he's great, dude. I think we all know this, and it'll be interesting to see if a part of the offseason content turns to people trying to replace Brock Purdy with someone else or whatever. But I think it's pretty clear that the 49ers have their franchise quarterback. And I mean, Brock is on a rookie contract next year. So they have another shot of one more year of a cost-controlled rookie. So I know there's this big talk about, their window's open. I mean, to be honest, they've got one more solid year with a rookie or a player on a rookie contract that doesn't even count against the cap, where they can build and inject this roster with as much talent as possible to try and go run it back again. And Brock Purdy should be better suited. I think, he spoke about it, just having the ability to have a full offseason, having the ability to not worry about surgery, not worry about rehab, just go have an offseason. Go do what he needs to do, take some time off even, and then come back and just get back to throwing. He doesn't have to rehab. And that is huge, especially for the mentals in this type of stuff for these guys. So his ability to not have to do that again is huge. And, Brock's only going to continue to improve. So I would imagine that, hey, even though the outcome wasn't ideal, I do feel like Brock is the kind of guy who won't take steps back. If anything, he'll continue to take steps forward. And when you listen to him talk, that's just a sense I get. So what did you guys think about what Brock had to say? What do you think of the end of the season and the way it's all come together and everything? Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.